What is going on, guys? Your boy Joe Shake72 coming to you guys with a live stream. I appreciate everybody being here today. Want to do something tonight just because I know I really didn't put out a post a lot earlier, probably like a half hour before. Just want to make sure, kind of want to make up for yesterday because of obviously YouTube has been messing up a lot of people's videos. Me and Philly 500 tried to put out a stream yesterday. It didn't go up. I think he finally put it up for our special announcement. So I appreciate everybody tuning into that, and obviously we had some good talks last night about the Philadelphia Eagles and the draft and everything. So obviously want to make up for today, put out a couple of videos today, and now doing a live stream tonight just for, hey, why not, right? Back to live streaming, so might as well do something here. Yeah, so there are some things to really go over today. We got the Nest Out West in the building, man. Joey Zilla going in hard since get the live stream back. Way to go, Shakes. Much love. Appreciate it, man. You got B Dubs, what's going on? King J, smash the like button. Appreciate it, man. Cassius Saldana, what's going on, bro? Got G-Man 9255. B-Boy, what's going on, dude? Esmerita Booth, what's going on? That was a good stream. Jovan Castillo said, what happened? Devonta Smith says, yo. Yeah, no, we had Philly 500 put up our stream the other day, and unfortunately it just went haywire. Just went totally haywire. So it just didn't work. YouTube took the comment section down, and yeah, it just didn't work. So King J says, from a Giants fan, I think O-line or D-line could be good for Eagles. Maybe Smith or Waddle, maybe a cornerback. Eagles just need talent. 100%. I agree. I'm hoping. I just want them to take who's best on their board. I don't want them to pass on anybody. But I'm hearing now that the Eagles are going to be very aggressive during this draft. They have 11 picks. So a lot could happen by that time. We'll see what happens, but it should be really interesting. To see how this draft goes. Is this too small for you guys? I don't know if this is too. We could probably make this a little bigger. Yeah, it'd probably be better because I can't even read that. It's pretty bad. But we'll see what happens. Like I'm saying, if Waddle and Smith are there at 12, I'm taking one of those guys. And that's with if Surtain or J.C. Horn is available at that time as well. So there's definitely a lot to really go off of. And just see what happens. Vaughn Smith says, yeah, still don't understand why. Have no idea, bro. No idea. Jovan Castillo says, Cowboys going to take Pitts. See what happens. Nothing's promised, man. See what happens. I wouldn't believe everything you read at all. I wouldn't believe anything you read for any team at this point. Bob Locate, what's going on, man? Says getting Horn, Surtain, Smith at 12 and trading up for Jock would be insane draft. Trading up for Jock, or if you draft Jock at 12 and you decide to move up and go get Terrace Marshall in the late first or in the early second, wherever he does, the Eagles think he's going to land. I think that's a good spot as well. So Devon Smith, I think we are targeting Smith as we could trade up to 8 or 9 if we need, or maybe he falls to 12, win-win. I think so too. I think Smith will be out of the top 10 regardless, but if you want to play it safe and move back up to 9 or 8, one of those two picks, because I'm hearing news now that Denver might want to move up to the 4th pick for the Atlanta Falcons because they want to trade back as of right now, so there's a lot of news going on with that. Cassius Saldana says, lots of late-round talent this year. Hope we just draft right this year because this class is deadly. It is, and you know what? I think it really helps our skill set, what we need at positions, especially at cornerback. You could get a monster linebacker automatically. I know we signed Eric Wilson. I think there's plenty of other positions we could go for in this draft. I think this is the draft they really can't mess up on. They really can't pass up on anybody really good. So they really have to pick their poison, and they got to draft the right guy. Let's see if we get pick 4. We will see what happens. I don't know. It's going to take a lot to get 4. If we move up to 8 or 9, it's only going to cost like a 3rd round pick maybe to move up to 8 or 9. But to move up to 4, you're going to give away multiple 1st round picks most likely if that's the case. Rich, me, I feel like when we tighten up at wide receiver secondary, we could really compete well in the NFC East. That's why I don't put this team down too much. Like everyone says, how bad this team is going to be, but we never know what's going to happen with this team. Coming into this year, there's a lot of changes already been made. This is going to be a young squad next year. It really is. I'm excited for it to see new pieces, new players. And that's really it. I'm pumped for it. Really pumped for it. Let's see, we got King J said, I'd look at trading down with Chicago, potentially have 4 first-rounders next year, just so Howie would be fired. But as a Giants fan, you need to keep Howie. Yeah, of course. Why not? Got to keep Howie Roseman around. But we'll see what happens. This is Howie Roseman's last year of his contract. And, the Philadelphia Eagles are not going to, be down for long. It's going to take a year or two probably to compete. Could take 3 years down the road. You never know. But these 2 drafts are definitely going to be deadly. By next year, they could be competing with potentially 3 first-round picks. So you have something right there. Jovan Castillo says they offered us 4-pick rumor. I'll have to see on that, bro. Join Giants Nation. In your dreams, bro. Look, I am in New York. I'm a New Yorker, but I don't support the Giants, obviously. So, Jovan Castillo, how do I join? Join what? B-Dub says he reports Jerry Jones wants Kyle Pitts bad. Just see bad things. The Kyle Pitts being their next Jason Witten, which could happen, which really could happen. So we'll see what happens. By that time, we'll see what happens. I don't know. Jerry Jones, and he doesn't care. Like Jerry Jones won't be cautious. He'll go and get his guy regardless. Jason Nelson, what's up? Go Birds! Happy Friday. Thanks, Jason. You too, man. Hope everyone's having a good week. Gonna have a good weekend this weekend. Please have a horrible draft. Espree, like and subscribe. Appreciate it, Espree to Booth. Much appreciated. Sandra Sadan said, I love Elijah Moore. Ole Miss wide receivers are always built like monsters. I like Elijah Moore a lot, I do, but where he's going to land, I really don't know. I don't think he'd be obviously a late first-round talent, but I think somebody will pick him up, and he'll be a nice, productive number 2 guy. I mean, that's definite. Devon Smith says, God, if Dallas gets Kyle Pitts. Yeah, and then they miss out on getting a cornerback, so that's – they really need cornerback this year. And, they might need a little bit more of a pass rush this year as well, so – you can get at least a defensive end in this draft, which it really isn't strong this year. So it's kind of weak, unfortunately. I mean, for us, I really hope we don't do that. Joe Castillo said we have 3 first-round picks. Pick thing, Russell. We're not trading for Russell Wilson. Not going to happen. I think all of us will be pretty mad. King J, so you like baseball and basketball? If so, which teams? Come on, man. What do you think? I've been watching the Sixers, obviously. I mean, Phillies I've been watching here and there whenever I have time. I mean, I try to catch as many basketball games as I can as well, but I just try to do as much as I can, but, don't have time to make content on those teams because of schedule-wise. Cassius Saldana said, I think Jonathan Adams Jr. is going to be elite. Draft steal, he could. I see him going late, but I see him, his draft stock is going up. That teams might take a chance on him as well. So that's something to definitely see. And then to talk about like there's Deshaun Watson rumors going around with this team, and I don't know what they're going to do, honestly, because with Deshaun Watson there's definitely some. I don't know. There's definitely some different things with it because obviously if he's innocent or whatever happens with his court case, or if there is going to be a court case, I don't know. But if the Eagles take on that contract, I'm expecting that, I don't know how much dead cap it's going to be for the Texans to keep that contract. I don't know why, but it is kind of a question. And I don't know if it's going to be like a Jared Goff type trade where they're going to give away draft picks because of the contract, to get rid of the contract, and for the other team to take on the contract. But we'll see what happens by that time. I mean, the longer they hold out with Deshaun Watson, the longer he's going through his court stuff or whatever he's doing, the less likely we're going to be giving up a lot of compensation. But legitimately, I think they actually have talent. I think they actually have interest in Deshaun Watson. I think they've been really looking at it for a while. So, We'll see what happens with that, but it should be interesting. Uh, King Jason, without you being biased, who do you think the Giants should draft? I honestly think they should move back. At least let a team that wants a quarterback badly to move up to the 11th pick. I think they should trade back with the Patriots or some type of team that needs a quarterback. And I know the Patriots are trying to move up right now, so that'd probably be a team from 15 to 10 or 15 to 11. That's probably going to make sense a lot more. I mean, they can do whatever they want. The Giants could sit there and pick whoever they want, and just all that pick is going to be is a luxury pick at the end of the day. It's going to be a luxury pick, and we'll just see what happens. You know what I mean? So it can go either way. But the Giants, I'm not even being biased because of the Eagles. I think they'd just be smart to get more draft picks down the road. You know what I mean? And I think that'd be better for the Giants, obviously, and see what happens really. Danny said, I want the best player available. I would prefer if we targeted an O-lineman or receiver, though. Yeah, I mean, look, like if Sewell dropped to the Eagles at 12 and they picked him, how can I be mad because of that? I mean, he's only given up one sack in 2 years, which is fantastic. You know what I mean? So there's really a lot going for that, and receiver is definitely something they need. They need to get that number one guy. I mean, I really. Howie Roseman has no excuse but to get that number one guy because he has draft picks this year. He can't go into a press conference if he has a bad draft and say, oh, we didn't have enough compensation, we didn't have enough to move up, blah, blah, blah. They can't be doing that. He's got no excuse to do that. You know what I mean? But we'll see what happens. I'm excited. Castle Down says, man, football and real football is completely different, obviously. Obviously, Cassie Sedan said if we build around O-line, I wouldn't mind. This O-line should be stacked. Yeah, I mean, really should be stacked. I mean, I think we're okay right now. I think we should draft another tackle this year. You know, Andre Dillard is going to be that swing guy at tackle behind Jordan Mailata, but I really don't know how far they're really going with it. I really don't know how far they're going to go with it. Nate Herbig, I like as a swing guard, can play both guard positions very well. Jack Driscoll at right tackle, obviously. So I think you have some really good depth with the Philadelphia Eagles at those backup positions. And I really don't have any. It's all about really staying healthy at the end of the season. You know what I mean? You want to keep your guys healthy all year. To change your offensive line 14 times is just totally ridiculous at this point. So that's something we have to look forward to as well. King J, I'm a bit scared of Jalen Phillips at 11. Joe Judge really likes him. Talent is there, but health concerns. Yeah, a lot of these players have health concerns, man. It really, I wouldn't even pick someone that has health concerns, man. I'd go get the best player available at 11, honestly, if it's for the Giants. Desert Eagle 90, what's going on, bro? Carl Berenson, they need to move on from the idea of Deshaun Watson. That's what I really want them to do, Carl. I really do want them to move on because I just want it. I don't know. Daniel Gomer, are the Watson and Eagles rumors true? I think they're, I think it's pretty legit. I think it's really legit. I think they're eyeing this because you know what? At the end of the day, they're not going to give up much for Deshaun Watson. A month ago, they would have gave up a lot more picks if they were to trade for him. But now with everything going around, with everything with his legal things and what's going on, now the longer this goes out, the more time that goes by, the Philadelphia Eagles could give up almost nothing for Deshaun Watson. So we're going to have to see how this goes. But legitimately, I think there is interest with Deshaun Watson. I really think there is. I don't want it to be like that, but it is what it is. Dexter says, your channel is back to live streaming. Dude, I know. I've been waiting a long time for this. I've been waiting 3 long months for this, bro. King J, yes. Love Mike says, imagine seeing how J.C. Horn and Darius Slay work with Jonathan Gannon. I'm really excited to see what Jonathan Gannon brings to this defense. So we'll see what happens. Joe Mike Castillo says, love. Cassius Saldana says, still interested in Fulgham. I love to see us pair him up with another good receiver. I do too. And whether, if they get another receiver, they want to put Fulgham in there and want to make maybe Jalen Reagor the slot or something like that. If they want to change it up like that, they could definitely do that as well. So, King J, please Philly trade 5 for. That's not going to happen, bro. 5 first for Watson. That's you know that's not going to happen. J17, I really don't want to trade for Watson. I want to see Hurts play first. Yeah, I want to see him play the whole entire year. That's what I want to do. That's what I want. I mean, why not? Dan Lugar says, thoughts on trading back in the draft. Feel mixed about it. I like the fact that we got more picks, but I really wanted Chase. I know. I think at six they could have had Pitts or Chase. I think they had more of a big. Obviously, they would have had him at that pick, but I think going back, I think it gave them options. It gave them an extra first-round pick for next year. And now they have more picks to trade back up if they want. I mean, this could be a chess game. You know what I mean? This could definitely be chess. So they could move up a few spots just to go get another player. But apparently hearing that the Eagles are going to be aggressive in this draft could be true, and see what happens. So Tyron Harrow said, I wouldn't mind having Deshaun. There's a lot of people that don't really mind having him. Really, I like him as a quarterback. I have no problem with him at all. But, depending on what you have to give up for him and anything else, I really want Jalen Hurts to start the whole year. But to see if this is actually legit, see if they actually attempt to make a trade for him, after all this is over. Sirianni is excited to be here. It should be a great team builder in training camp. He doesn't play any games. He doesn't. He's serious. He might be a nice guy on the outside, but he really he could have done a lot. He's going to do a lot more. Trust me. Joey Castillo says, I'm in a other one because you mute me. Mute me? What? Carl Barron said, also really hoping they somehow manage to snag Jock. Dude is a beast. I hope they do that too. King JC, y'all messed up. Could have had Jefferson, Waddle, or Smith. I mean, the draft isn't done yet, bro, so we could get Waddle or Smith. Look, the Giants got to prove themselves. Daniel Jones got to prove himself this year. You could sign $80-90 million to contracts. You could sign all these players, but you don't put it out on the field. You don't win a Super Bowl between the next 2-3 years with these guys. Really, it's going to be for nothing. You know what I mean? So hopefully your quarterback could pull through, because I don't have any. I really don't like Daniel Jones at all. That's just me, though. All right. We can't blow this draft. Bryce says we can't blow this draft. No, we can't. Really can't. There is 60 people in the chat, guys. Appreciate you being here. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Haven't liked the stream, please like the stream. It goes a long way. Description below, you have pretty much all the information to support the channel. If you guys haven't, there is the link for the video for me and Philly 500 are making a podcast. We will have a podcast tomorrow on my channel, 9 o'clock Eastern. If you guys haven't checked it out, check out that video. We're trying to get a name for the podcast. And all you have to do is go to that video in the link below and comment the name of the podcast, and if you win a special prize. So there is a good thing there. There's a good thing there. Hold on, I messed up here. Okay. J1 says, should we move J-Jaw to the top? No, I say we move him either. He's not going to make it to practice squad, or they draft another receiver. That's just an uphill battle he's going to have to climb regardless. I mean, they could if they wanted, but do we really trust him? I don't know. Given the chance. Danny said, I feel like the Eagles haven't done the best job developing players, especially at receiver and corner. I hope the new coaching staff does a better job. And I hope they do. If Howie drafts some good players, it's up to the coaching staff at the end of the day. And I think they will do very well. There's no doubt in my mind. I think they will do very well. Philly for the podcast, what's going on, man? He says, do you have a new camera? No, this is the same camera I've been using, but I kind of changed I kind of just turned it. I just moved it pretty much. That's all I did. But no, it's the same camera. Same camera. Castadon said, the Joker's no joke. Every game, he just embarrasses all these defenses. Love to have him on this team. I would love it too. Trust me. I would absolutely love it. J1 said, J-Jaw is 6'2", 225. I have a fear of Dave Gettleman selecting Mac Jones if he's there. I mean, he could. It could happen. I don't know if it will happen, but it definitely could happen. Chris Colbert said Waddle should be available for sure. Maybe Smith too. I think both of those players will be available at 12, or at least one of them. And if one of them is available, you take one of those players. Obviously, I'm more of a Waddle fan, but I do like Devontae Smith. If we drafted him, I'd be so happy about it as well. Hertzlevania says, with the 12th pick in the NFL draft, the Eagles select J.C. Horn. No problem with that. I just don't. If Waddle and Devontae Smith are on the board and they're higher than on the Eagles draft board, okay, and J.C. Horn is there, I'm expecting them to take a receiver. I mean, immediately I'm expecting that because you can get a lot of cornerbacks. Asante Samuel Jr., Newsome, some of these other guys. There are other corners out there in the second round you can go pick up as well. So if they pick up a receiver, obviously in the 12th, I'm expecting to go get a cornerback, moving up for a cornerback in the second round. That's what I'm seeing here. Yo, Josh Craven, what's going on, man? Castledana says 58 watching, only 17 likes, just one click. It's a slow night tonight, guys. I didn't want to do something too late, obviously. But yeah, if you guys haven't hit the like button, much appreciated to everybody in here. Danny says there is a troll in here. Yeah, I know. I've noticed. You mean you could have had Metcalf, Jefferson, and Chase? King J, Chris Gore, imagine Dallas drafting a receiver at 10. John Castillo, Philly Shakes podcast. King J. Castle down. We should move J Jaw to the cheerleading squad. I could definitely see him taking receiver just to spite us again. Might happen. Danny said, who do you think the best corner in this draft? The best corner in this draft? I mean, I love Horn. I think is better than Surtain, but that's just me. I think Surtain. Look, I think with J.C. Horn, I think he's covered more of the better receivers during his time as a corner in college than Surtain has, and I think that Horn could cover those twitchy, fast receivers downfield a lot better, especially because he's so big, and it makes no sense because usually these big corners don't play well, can't backpedal, can't really keep up with those twitchy receivers. I just think J.C. Horn is the best corner, definitely. I'm a LSU fan, so I'm hurt. Cassius said, "Love these trolls in the chat, just for Joey to shut them up." Eagles fan 5599. Why you hate on Carson Wentz and why do you think he regressed? I don't respect a player that gives up that easily. I don't respect a player that is going to sit there and say the same thing every week and not expect anything from the fans. I didn't not like Carson Wentz, but when you play like that for how many weeks you're playing like that, then give the excuse that it's going to get better and they're going to work on it. And when it's not getting better, it's a big problem. And him being a quitter, him being not taking a challenge because we drafted another quarterback or because he got benched for one game during that Green Bay game, it was pretty much, since that Green Bay game, quote unquote, from him, he didn't want to be here. I'm done with Carson Wentz. Totally done. Nothing to really say about it anymore. So, well, J17, gotta go, Joey. Can't wait for the podcast. Appreciate it, man. Tomorrow night, 9 o'clock. Everyone, check it out. Philly for the podcast looks clean. What do you think about all these number changes? I mean, I don't know. I mean, cool, but it's gonna mess everything up now because they have to put a certain date on when players can change their numbers because there's people buying jerseys and these players are going to constantly change their numbers like that. I mean, it's kind of, I think it's going to really hurt their jersey market because they should give an early date, like at least by after the draft, they should have their number already set. At least at the end of May, they should have their jerseys already set. They shouldn't be able to change it whenever they want because now it's like if you spend $100 on a jersey, this is what you're going to deal with. Fireman 2531 said, I don't want a cornerback at 12. Chris Colbert says, he's showing me two-man pray we can get Marshall Jr. somehow. I would love Terrace Marshall, man. Excited. Steven Lewis said, what are you going to do if the Eagles draft the QB? We're going to flip out, break something. You'll see what happens. Daniel Hill says, what if since Dallas said they want Pitts, we trade back up to like 8 or 9 if he's there? Oh, 100%. Like I said, there's no excuse for Howie Roseman not to trade up in this draft. Like, there's no excuse for it. There really isn't. At the end of the day, there's really no excuse for it at all. Like, he can't come out at a press conference after the game and say, oh, we didn't have enough draft capital or we couldn't maneuver that much. He's got 11 picks in this draft. Never mind to say that Zach Ertz is not even traded yet. So, it's kind of crazy. Kai Saldana said, coincidence that Hurts changes to number 1 and Wentz goes to number 2? Yeah, it's kind of crazy. But obviously, Jalen Hurts is going back to his roots with his number and doing some cool things with that. So, Eagles fan 5599, will you miss Carson? No. Kyle Bynarski says, I do think Howie will try to move back up with the picks we got. I'm telling you right now, he's going to be aggressive in this draft. He's going to try to be aggressive in this draft. He is going to. Because the more picks that he has, the better he's going to be. I think that's going to make it easier for him and his brain, obviously. Angela just says, did you and Philly 500 come up with a podcast name yet? No, if you guys have not, go to the description below. There is a link for a video for the special announcement live stream. Go in the comment section and put in a name for the podcast. That's all you have to do. That's to register for a grand prize when we pick the winner in 2 weeks for the name. So there will be no name tomorrow for this podcast, not for another 2 weeks. So look out for that. Issuing says, Crucial Arena getting him. Eagles don't deal with LSU. Lamar Davis, I agree. Wentz is a quitter. Definitely is. Living the dream. I just want to trade up to 9 and take Surtain from Dallas. Please, God. Could do that, too, but I don't think you really have to wait. I mean, you could obviously, I think Dallas is either going defensive end, they're going corner, or they're going to go get wide receiver. Or they might move up. See what happens. Danny says there's lots of Eagles fans on Twitter still talking about Carson. These Wentz stands need to realize that he didn't want to be here. And at the end of the day, I don't respect it. If the player doesn't want to be here, doesn't like this team, doesn't like how this place is run, it is what it is. Us fans don't agree on a lot of things this front office does, but for him to have that blood, for him to have that calculated personality of quitting, I just can't. I really just can't stand it anymore. I just can't. Cassie still on. I hope Hurts keeps working with all these great quarterbacks. He can only get better. I think that's true. Freddie Lima says, glad I found your channel. Keep up the good work. Appreciate it, Freddie. Much love to you, man. Much love, man. I appreciate, if you just found the channel, whether it's yesterday, last week, whatever. We go over, we do this stuff all year round. This is an all-year channel. The off-season's my bread and butter. Love the off-season, obviously. So there's really good things to take out of it. Cyclone 58, anyone know where I could submit a possible name for the podcast? Go to the video in the description below. There is a video link in the description below for that, to put the name in for the podcast. Issuing says, Eagles fan miss Carson. We only miss people like D. Jackson and Foles, people that love bleeding green. That's definite. Josh Craven, if you can get Watson for a second next year and a first next year, are you doing it? I mean, that's a steal. I mean, if you just give up a second and then you give up a first for next year, I mean, I think it's a pretty good. I think that's a lot less than what you would get for him right now, but definitely. Casadon, are you doing a live stream draft reaction? Yes, I am. There's two things. I might be live streaming with Philly 500 that day, or I might be just be doing my own thing that day for the channel, obviously. So. Live the dream. The mission should be jump in front of Dallas. The total mission. Hold on. What's up, Sports Talk Podcast? What's going on, man? Danny says the knee injury and Foles winning the Super Bowl was why Wentz regressed, in my opinion. He could have handled watching another guy finish job. He also didn't want to fight for his job and compete with Jalen. I think Danny said it right on the money right there. Definitely. Kyle Benarski said, watch the Bears draft an O-line guy. I mean, look, if Penny, the only guy I want at 12 is Penny Sewell. If Penny Sewell is there at 12 and they take him, I really can't be upset about it because you just picked a really good talent. Jamarcus Morrow said, I don't even want to buy a Jalen Hurts jersey because he might not even be on the roster with these Watson trade rumors. Look, your best bet in jerseys, go buy a jersey for $150, put your last name on it, put whatever name you want in the back of it, pick your favorite number, and rock that jersey all year. Because I'm telling you, at the end of the day, you're saving money, and you don't have to be gypped into buying another. Another Eagles jersey. Go Birds I think the Eagles traded that pick because Pitts and Chase not going to be there. Somewhat, I think that. But I don't know. But the trade back, I get why they did it, but I feel like they're playing cat and mouse right now to where they definitely move back. They get that first round draft pick. Now they have more picks that they could use to their disposal to do a lot more. So go Birds. Oh, you at 6. Okay. Freddie Lima says, any players in mind for the Eagles to draft in later rounds? I mean, going past 4th or 5th, I don't even care at this point. I need like 2 starters on this field with the 1st and 2nd. Like, that's really all I'm really covering right now, because I could care less about 5th or 6th round picks right now, which are 4th and 5th round picks are very important rounds because you could find some good gems there, hungry players. But I really want two starters. I mean, that's what I really want this year. Eagles fan 5599. Carson isn't a quitter. He did everything he could for the team. We need to get rid of Hurts. He stinks. Well, unfortunately, we can't unless you want Joe Flacco as your quarterback. So I don't think so. I don't think that's going to happen. Fireman 2531. Are they really going for Watson? I don't. Yeah, I mean that's what I'm getting. Mike Florio put out some news today, but the Eagles are still monitoring the situation. Once things clear up, I think they're going to try to go for it. But we're just it's going to be a wait and see approach type thing with this. Lamar Davis, Jalen Hurts is built for the city. I really hope he works out, and I hope he does too. I really wish for him success. I do, and if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out at the end of the day. Farmer says, if they trade Hurts, I don't know about the Eagles. Yeah, no, I don't think that'll happen. Danny says, who do you like better, Waddle or Smith? I like Waddle, but I understand Waddle is it's more speed than anything else. But Devontae Smith is he could pinpoint the football. He can catch in traffic. His concentration on tracking the football over players. I mean, it's crazy what Devontae Smith can do. Stretch out a defense. Could open so much up for your other players on your offense. So, I mean, Devontae Smith would be probably the chosen choice for this team. And Waddle obviously could do a lot of that, but, I just think Devontae Smith is just a little bit better. But I've always been a Waddle guy. I don't know why, because I just think of him as like a Tyreek Hill type player and could just go deep and can do different things. Obviously, I'm not calling Waddle like a one-trick pony or anything like that, but I just think, I don't know, I've just been more of a Waddle guy, but I do like Devontae Smith 100%. If they draft either one of those guys, I'll be happy. Gober said, trade everything for Watson, and we're Super Bowl contenders. Sparks, what's going on, bro? AK Eagles 88, what's going on, man? Fireman said, Waddle, explosive, Smith, fluid. I agree. That's actually perfect 2 words right there, Fireman. Perfect 2 words. Issuing says, no. Sparks, I haven't kept up with Watson lawsuits. What's going on? Nothing really. I mean, there's really nothing going on. Like, I think the judges are asking for the other, 20 people to come forward with their names, and none of them have come forward yet. So, he's getting sued right now, but obviously there's no court date. He hasn't been in trouble yet for anything, so that's just a wait and see type of approach thing. See what happens with that. I drip 222. I'd rather buy a jersey like Sanders or Josh Sweat. Could do that. I'd rather probably buy a Sanders jersey more than Sweat if they keep Sweat. AL Law says trade back up you into first round to grab Jock. 100%, man. If they grab Jock in the first, I mean, I would love if they trade back up to go get him. Castle Don said, have you seen Penny Sewell training? The guy is an absolute freak. He'd murder everyone on the field. Giving up 1 sack in 2 years. I think it's amazing. Cobb and Arskett, podcast name, Shaky Birds. Go to the comment section, guys. No, not to this video. Go to the description below. There is a link down there for that video to put in and register for the names. You go to that link for that video. You just go to that comment section to that video and put in and type in the comment section about the name of me and Philly 500's podcast. Should be a lot of fun. Damian Francisco said, Thing Gloria is telling Howie not to trade any of the number 1 for the next year, just in case Hurts doesn't work out. They can rebuild even faster. QG for North Philly 89. What's going on, bro? Hope you're having a good day, bro. Weezy the Dread Eagle. What's going on? Why do they want to take a damn risk on Deshaun Watson? I don't know, dude. I try to figure that out. Like, I really don't know. AK Eagle says, hey Joey, what do you think of the NFL easing up on the numbers by position? I'm excited how they could see single digit numbers. I think it's going to mess up the market. Like, they should put out a date for you can change your jersey number till this date, and then after that, we're selling jerseys of this number for the player that they want, and that's it. Because this is going to be ridiculous. They're going to be changing their numbers nonstop every single year. Like, it's kind of crazy. I'm just not going to buy a QB jersey for the Eagles until we figure what we're going to do with that spot because it looks like Hurts. But the front office is predictable. It definitely is. Jason Nelson, less than 3 weeks away. Draft is Thursday, 29th. Looking forward to it. Howie better not mess this up. That's definite. I drip 222 unpredictable. Freddie Lemon says, can we afford to have 3 first-round picks next year? Isn't that too expensive in the long run? Well, no, because he's not a top. If he's not a top 10 pick, obviously it varies price wise. So Miami could probably potentially be good next year with that first round pick, and the Colts could potentially be good too. You never know at this point. Carson Wentz could just turn it all around. Everything's given to him on a silver platter, so everything's perfect for him in the Colts. So it is what it is. Eagles fan, but I don't expect them to have 3 first round picks for that draft. By the way, Freddie, I don't expect them to have that. Eagles fan 5599. In the end, I will be right about Jalen Hurts. Mr. Underdog said, "Who is the Joker y'all talking about?" The Joker, man. Where is it? Missed out. Why is this not? My mouse isn't working. Oh wait, what? All right, now it's working. I don't know why it's doing that. All right, we're good. J.C. Horn is a reach at 12. I don't know why people have him number 1 on their boards. Well, I'm saying this is how the draft board's going to go. If there's no receivers left by 12, then yeah. Definitely, you gotta look out for it. Just gotta look out for it. AK Eagles 88. Are you in favor of multiple jersey in the NFL like in college? I would love that. I mean, we've been asking for Kelly Green for how long now? I mean, how long have we been asking for Kelly Green? I mean, it's kind of ridiculous. You know what I mean? Kind of crazy. Eagles champ, what's going on, bro? Mr. Underdog, did you not see his pro day and tape? Who's pro day and tape? Esperanza Bro, Jock. Oh, Jock? Oh, man. Jock would be, dude. I like it. It really makes me want to pick him over Micah Parsons just because he has that. He could cover. I mean, he could cover really well, and he's 215, 212 pounds, and plays like he's 235. So I mean, and understands the city at the same time. I mean, you could build around a player like that. You draft Jock, you're building around this player. At the end of the day, you're doing it. You know what I mean? Just 222. What if we got DE at 12? I wouldn't be happy with it. That's one of the moves that I would hate. That's as bad as drafting a quarterback at 12. That's as bad. Like drafting a Kwity Paye. Like if you drafted Kwity Paye from Michigan, like hell no. Like not picking that at all. Hell no. Would not even touch that. U.S. champ, J.C. Horn is the first round pick, dude. Best cornerback coming out. I agree, man. Best cornerback. Best corner. Freddie Loomis says, what player do you hope will have a breakout year for us this season? I'm really hoping that, Jalen Reagor does something on offense this year. I'm hoping Jalen Reagor has a breakout year. I'm hoping Miles Sanders gets his first 1,000-yard season because he could have had it last year. You know what I mean? That's what I'm hoping for. Travis Fulgham, I think, has a really good big future with this team. I don't know what's going to happen with this receiver core and who they're going to draft, or if they do draft a receiver. I'm hoping they do. Travis Fulgham's got a lot to prove as well. You got Greg Ward. I mean, you're going to have a lot of competition offensively this year. I mean, that's definite. That's definite. Reese Scott, my guy, what's going on, bro? I drip 222. We could go back to Kelly Green and win 3 championships. Eagles, Jock remind me of D'Amico Ryans. Yeah, in a weird way, but I think a lot more quickness, a lot more elusiveness. I think he's a faster D'Amico Ryans. That's definite. Justin Quarles, Kyle Pitts said Horn was the only quarterback to shut him down. Trevor Lawrence said Horn was the best cornerback he faced in college in football. Don't sleep on Horn. No, I do not at all. Like I think Horn is the best cornerback. 100%. Eagles Chip says, Freddie, my boy, Kevon Wallace needs to step up. He really needs to step up at safety really bad. Really does. Reese Scott, Bird's going to take a DB or a tight end. I wouldn't say tight end. A corner is more realistic, definitely. But J.C. Horn's pro day was really good. His tape is nice, too. Also, his attitude fits Philly. 100%, man. I'm glad everyone's starting to board the J.C. Horn trade because, it was all about Patrick Surtain with a lot of people. I'm starting to see that there's a lot of people liking J.C. Horn, which I really do appreciate a lot. Kobanarski says, Lurie won't do Kelly Green because he hates the color. That's why he changed it so far. He brought the team. Reese Scott, Reagor. Okay. Jamarcus Morrow said Wilson, Singleton, Jock, instant top 10 defense. I love it. Absolutely love it. Love it. Make us a top 10 defense. I don't know about that, but I'm telling you, like, when you have those guys like Brian Urlacher and Ray Lewis and those guys, like, they change the whole defense. Like, they change defenses. I mean, you don't think a linebacker is a big position, but it really is. Like, those guys change defenses like crazy, guys. I mean, it's kind of nuts. So, kind of crazy. Alex Gonzalez says, what are your top 5 linebackers for the Eagles select in the draft? I mean, really, other than Jock and Micah Parsons are the only 2 I'm really looking forward to drafting. I mean, Micah Parsons is probably further than anything that we're going to draft, but I think Jock is more realistic for this team. I really haven't went over too many linebackers, obviously, but there is a linebacker from TCU. I forgot his name. There's another guy I was kind of looking at as well. But they just need to go by that draft board. And if they have a chance to, I don't think Eric Wilson really ties down them to drafting a linebacker, but would be so happy. I mean, the tape for Eric Wilson's been fantastic. Having a good season, coming in 15 games for an injury, and look what he did last year. I mean, 122 tackles, 3 sacks, 8 pass deflect. I mean, it's 8 tackles behind the line. I mean, it's crazy. It's absolutely insane. I do 222. Hoping Rager has 1,000 and Miles Sanders gets 1,000. I would love it. I would love it. I think Rager's going to be a totally different player this year with this because of this coaching staff. That's why I gave Rager another chance. I'm sitting here like, number 1, the guy got hurt 3 times. Number 2, like this whole offense was a mess. Number 3, just between the offense went down, the defense went down, special teams, you name it. Just the body language of Carson Wentz. I mean, it just got worse every single week. You know what I mean? Mr. Underdog, I was so happy we got Wilson. Dude, I made a video March 21st on Eric Wilson being the most underrated signing if the Philadelphia signed him. Underrated linebacker on the free agent market. He would have got paid more money. I mean, he would have got paid more money, but it didn't happen, obviously. I mean, it was only $3.25 million. You ball out, you got a good thing there. I'm telling you guys, like, we're not done at linebacker. I hope we're not done because the more guys you have, the more competition you're going to have. So, I mean, I ain't complaining about it. Josh Chris, I think taking Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah at 12 isn't too early because you've got your franchise you've got your franchise linebacker, and I think you'll have that franchise linebacker. Eric Wilson is obviously a prove it deal. It's just a prove it type thing with Eric Wilson, so you got to see him play. Alex Singleton comes back, and he was just all over the field. Obviously you have Sean Bradley, Davion Taylor, a 3rd-round pick from last year that they really can't waste. So there's a lot more going on for this right now, guys. Like, it's very exciting that you're going to be pretty packed. You're going to be pretty packed at linebacker this year if you draft another guy. You're going to have some competition on your hands. So gotta look out for it. Reese Scott, man, holding up the drink, bro. Stephen Wu says, what do you think Eagles' record going to be this season? I don't know. As of right now, dude, it's just going to have to wait. Maybe 7 games, 8 games they're going to win. I don't know. I need to see the overall of this roster. I want to get through camp. I want to get through these preseason games. I want to see what we have and how everything's meshing together. And really, guys, it's all up to Jalen Hurts at the end of the day. Like, at the end of the day, it's all on our quarterback. Because, look, Nick Sirianni, he's got the Colts passing game coordinator. He's got Shane Steichen as the offensive coordinator. Brian Johnson as the QB coach. He's got the passing game coordinator from the Colts. He's got the tight ends coach from the Colts. I mean, these are good development coaches we have here. These are very good developmental guys we have in this room right now. That's why, like, this coaching staff, I absolutely loved it. Like, I absolutely loved this coaching staff coming in. Like, I was really happy about it. I'm not lying. Class out. It's breakout season for a reason with Nick offense. And look, I don't like, and this is why, like, I hope everyone looks at us like we're going to be nothing in 2021 with this roster. I'm telling you right now, this team is going to come out and punch somebody in the mouth. It's going to happen. Like, Sirianni doesn't expect nothing less than perfection. Okay? He might seem like a nice guy on the outside, but I'm telling you right now, he's a micromanager of the game. He knows his players' strengths and weaknesses by individuality and everything like that. So there's a lot of good things to take out of this coaching staff, which I'm very excited. You can see we haven't seen Davion Taylor, Sean Bradley take more snaps. We very underrated. That's what I'm saying. Like, we between Sean Bradley, Davion Taylor, even T.J. Edwards had some good stints as well. Not even just that, but Jordan Mailata then he gets benched, plays well, gets benched. Then John Hightower gets, starts to warm up a little bit. Quez Watkins gets into games. And then what happens after that? Then all of a sudden, you got to get Deshaun Jackson, Alshon Jeffrey back. You stint these guys from development. And you got some veteran favoritism that just never stops in Doug's system. So he's gone, okay? Doug's gone, and hopefully the injury bug goes with him out the door. I think that's what happens there, okay? I think that's what happens there. So, you know what? At the end of the day, guys, it is what it is. Like, I expect this team to fight this year. And if you come off a season that's a good feeling system, like, there were some things that went bad, but there was more good than bad, but I think we finished strong, and I think, we're going in the right direction. If you don't feel like that by the end of the year, then obviously we're in a lot of trouble. But I'm hoping to God that I want to be happy about this draft. I want to not be angry. I want to be feeling good about it. I want good players in this building. He cannot mess up this draft. Like, he can't have the excuse, okay? He can't have the excuse to say, oh, I didn't have enough leverage, I didn't have enough draft picks. Like, all he was saying in that press conference, he was like, oh, I got so many draft picks, blah, blah, blah. He mentions all these draft picks he has. You move back from 6 to 12, you get an extra first-round pick, potentially have 3 first-round picks for 2022, and then all of a sudden you have not even just picks for this year, like I said, picks for next year. Not even just that, but you could trade Zach Ertz and get more picks, at least one more pick out of that if that's the case. So we'll see about that, what happens. Oh, God, I could go on and on. There's 113 people to chat, guys. Appreciate everybody being here right now. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, you guys are new here, please subscribe to the channel. Guys haven't liked this video, this stream at all, if you hit the like button, it really does help support the channel a lot. I do appreciate everybody that does that. And check the links down below to support me in any ways, memberships and merch. Sorry, brain fart. And if you guys have not, me and Philly 500 are going to be creating our own podcast every single week. We're going to alternate channels. Tomorrow night, we're going to have Philly 500 on my channel, at 9 o'clock Eastern. So it should be really exciting. I'm very happy, very excited about it. So definitely, if you guys, we're trying to figure out a podcast name, so down in the description below, there is a video link for the description below. Click on it, go put in what you think the name of our podcast will be. You're automatically registered, and then once we find out the winner, we're good. You get a grand prize, and we're working on that right now. So, Chris here, I think this team is really coming together. If we have good draft, I think we could challenge for the. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to get through these comments as fast as I can, but they're going too quick. I think this team has really come together. Have a good draft. I think we could challenge for the division. I hope we can, man. I really hope we can. Like I don't think we're going to absolutely be horrible. Like, I really don't. I think we're actually. I have optimism for this team. I'm really optimistic about this team. I just think our coaching staff is going to do so much more for this team. It's just going to be a lot better. So. We got the first super chat of the night from Leo Obser Schmidt. Do appreciate it, man. Much appreciated, buddy. We're going to be doing a lot more with this channel in the coming future. The draft's coming up, and obviously this collab with Philly 500 is going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited. We're going to do some call-ins. We're going to be doing a whole bunch of stuff. So, Leo, appreciate that super chat, my buddy. Appreciate it, man. Let's see. Drip says, I love Horn. Reese Scott, we're going to trade back up, I think, in the first picks, be QBs. It could be 4 QBs could be taken, pretty early. You know what I mean? AK Eagles 88 says, this is Kavon's breakout year. Watch, he's going to go crazy in Gannon's system because Gannon likes to run free roaming safeties. And you know what else is great? Kavon Wallace will have a chance. That is the number one reason. And, Kavon Wallace, coming out of that draft when we drafted him from Clemson, he was one of the highest graded safeties in that draft. And everyone was saying he was a steal pick for the Eagles. Pretty much a steal pick. It never obviously showed. But Jonathan Gannon is a good developmental artist with this defense. And I think he will do that. So we'll see what happens. But look, I really want him to work out. I want a safety for the future. I think one of the most important things right now, AK, is that we have to find our voice in this defense. Like Malcolm Jenkins leaving, we had nothing after that. I mean, Ronnie McLeod kind of has a voice, I guess, but after that, it's kind of like I really don't even know. Gonzalez, do you have any top 5 safety Eagles could select in the draft? Kavon Wallace doesn't look promising. Honestly, dude, there is a, I think for, what was it? There was another one from, I think TCU, I think a safety that I was looking at the other day. I haven't looked at too many safeties, you know what I mean? I know Rodney McLeod is going to be hurt. You know, he's gonna be out for a while, and he might not be able to come back to like the middle of the season. So obviously you're gonna have Anthony Harris there that we got from the Vikings on a pretty good deal. So very excited to see him in this defense. And you know, Kavon Wallace is gonna get his shot. You have Rudy Ford actually signed with another team. So now you have I think Adams. I forgot that the player from the Buccaneers that we signed, that veteran safety, but he's more of a special teamer. But he's had some game experience. So it's kind of crazy, you know. Eagles fan 5599. Thoughts on Victor Williams? Victor Williams, as in like Victor Williams on Twitter, or because that's the only Victor Williams I know. Eagles fan Packers team wouldn't be mad if I'm good with either way. What's going on with Watson? Rumors. Hope he gives Hurts a chance. I don't know. Like it seems like they have legit interest in Watson. Like they're waiting till this is all done, and because he's going to be a lot cheaper because of how long this has been going on. So that could be a whole nother thing that pops up. We have another super chat. Josh Craven, appreciate it, bro. Says thanks for supplying us with great content daily on our Eagles. I try, bro. I try every day as hard as I possibly can, man. There's a lot more exciting things coming, but appreciate you super chatting, man. It's much appreciated, dude. A lot more exciting things are coming. I gotta find my spot again. Ichigo said, I feel like our defense can be top 10. That I don't know. That is going to be a wait-and-see type approach with our defense. Obviously, we need to see how they're doing at linebacker. Competition at linebacker. Defensive line, like I'm hoping a big year for Josh Sweat. Derek Barnett has to step up. Brandon Graham is, I think he's been relatively productive. Fletcher Cox needs to do something. I mean, he just has to do something. I mean, he was the first 4 or 5 games, he had a half a sack. I mean, I've seen Aaron Donald every week just decimate offensive lines. Fletcher Cox gets double teamed and it's over with. And then Javon Hargrave with the 4 years, $39 million. He better do something. Javon Hargrave ended up getting hurt. He came back. He disappeared for months or for weeks. Came back. He actually did well in like 2 to 3 games, and then he disappeared again. So. I don't know. It's defensive line. That's why we have to spread out this money to other positions, because you can't rely on a pass rush. That's why with Jim Schwartz's defense, you got to rely on that pass rush. And if you have, he feels that if you have a good pass rush, your corners, you really don't need that top talent in corners, which isn't true. But, we've kind of done that. 2017, we didn't have the best corners, but our pass rush was just amazing. You know what I mean? Not to mention that, but having Malcolm Jenkins move to wherever position you want him to move, that was a huge plus. Rodney McLeod, Rodney McLeod played very good last year, but on a really bad Eagles team, unfortunately. That was just the really bad part about it. Country Boy with the super chat. Country Boy Alial says, "Woo, Ric Flair, what's good, Joey? How you doing, man? Welcome back to the stream, bro. Hope you're having a good weekend or going into your weekend." Hold on, I'm trying to find my spot. Every time I get a super chat, I gotta find my spot again. Isaiah Gonzalez says, Garrett Willow, the linebacker from TCU you're talking. Oh, yeah, Garrett Willow. There you go. I forgot his name, but I really do like him a lot. That can go definitely later in the draft, but obviously we'll see what happens. I'm hoping they're not done at linebacker. I really hope they really upgrade even more. I mean, I think they could do so much more in this draft. I think they have the picks to do it. I think they have picks for next year to do it. I'm not saying just give up your whole future in picks, but you have some leeway here. I don't think they're using 3 first-round picks. If they get 3 first-round picks next year in 2022, I don't even think they're using all the picks. I think one of them is definitely going to be a trade-up pick, obviously. Yo, Ryan says, Steeler Nation. What's going on, bro? So Kyle Benarski says Eagles don't draft linebackers. They obviously don't value that position. Well, I mean, they signed him in free agency, so obviously they definitely changed it there. But I know what you mean, though. AK Eagles 88 says if we don't get Jock, I'd be okay with Jabril Cox. That's another guy as well we can go get. Eagles Chap says TCU safety. I'm not fond with him. He reminds me of another Sidney Jones. Jones except on safety. Reese Scott says they're going to let Rieger play his game like he did in college, and I think they're going to use him to his strengths and do a really good job with him. I've seen some times when Rieger had the ball in open field, and he did absolutely amazing. Other than that Cowboys game where he had an open space before the half was over, and like he couldn't even get past the first guy. Obviously, I just think it was just a bad mistake that made him look really bad, but... Idrip says, haven't heard any news about Sydney for a while. Me neither. Bobby, Philly fan, says, Rip DMX is so sad. I know. I was listening to his music all morning this morning. Reese Scott Lombard Wilson, he's a beast and fast. I think our D going to be nice and super fast. I don't know why people are talking about Eric Wilson, and they're talking about him being really bad against the run. I don't know why. I mean, guys, it's really not a bad thing either because we don't have any linebackers other than Wilson that can cover. So really, I don't even mind it at this point. You know what I mean? I don't even want to see JJ name in here. Oh yeah, Jannard Avery. Thank you, AK. I totally forgot about Jannard Avery. So they moved Jannard Avery from defensive end back to his normal position at linebacker, which is great. Loved it. The Mighty Garces. Also, Eric Wilson had a block punt. Yeah, I saw that highlight, him having a block punt as well. So he used on special teams very well, too. Reach got 10.7. Idrip222 says, JJ had the worst stats, Rieger, when we went 9-7 that season and Wentz was playing better than this year, and we should have been 11, 12 wins if not for drops. And, there was games that we could have finished and we didn't because of drops or really bad crucial mistakes. Ryan Hunt says 9-8. Well, that's kind of crazy. 9 games. That's actually favoring us a little bit. Eagle stats with DMX was respect his choice. Unfortunately, caught up to him. Vic Lops X-Men hit sub hit up with the likes. Appreciate it, guys. The Bio of Life. Hey Joey, keep killing it, my friend. I think Rieger going to be a beast out this year, but don't sleep on Ward. I think Ward is reliable. Oh yeah, I think Ward is the most reliable receiver especially for Jalen Hurts. I think they both had a really good connection this past year. That's definite. I mean, I agree with that 100%. Let's see, Rieger is not going to pan out. Dude's a joke. I give it time, bro. I mean, that the whole team was a joke. Never mind Rieger being a joke. The whole team was a joke last year. Freddie Lehman says, I just hope we run the ball more this season. Mr. Underdog said, I feel like this coaching staff will actually use the players the right way and use them to their strengths. And that's what I liked about Nick Sirianni talking about those players from the Colts. He knows how he was naming his players, and he was just like, well, this guy's really good at this, and this guy's really good at that. I was really liking the way he was discussing all his players. They were great. Idrip Ward kind of reminds me of like Devontae. His B-Boy draft can't come any sooner. It feels like Christmas. It does, doesn't it? Reese Scott says Birds going to stock the NFL this year. Shock the NFL this year. Just watch. I hope so, man. You should have forgot about Ward and Quez. I talked about Ward and Quez earlier. I talked about them earlier. Bye, Philly fan. What up, Joey Shakes? What's going on, man? Daniel Harlech, if O-line can stay healthy this year, I think the offense should be fine, and Howie should be drafting defense at 12. They could. I mean, we have an empty spot. I mean, there were rumors about the Eagles going after those veteran cornerbacks, Steven Nelson from the Steelers, and then T.J. Carey as well. Two corners that they could get. Hunt, congrats on being the second best team in PA. Congrats on being the number one choke artist in PA, bro, last year. Congrats on that season. Bobby Philly fan says we forget Hightower and Quez. Hightower and Quez, man. Hightower had some drops at the beginning of the season. Then he kind of, they were just doing go routes with him most of the time. They really weren't doing much with him. And then Quez didn't get a shot until Jalen Hurts became the quarterback. So, I mean, there's so much more ceiling with these receivers that we have. You know, people say they're horrible, but how can you – I can't count any evaluation for 2020. I can't count the evaluation for that year because it was a joke. Viclops X-Men star, our new defensive coordinator. Dan Lugenheimer says, I love listening to Nick Sirianni talk and break down tape. I love it, too. I can listen to it all day. Eagles champ, fact, Sirianni hypes me up. I want to run for a wall for him. He's going to be better than Doug. I agree with that 100%. Let's agree with that. Idra222 says, all our receivers caught deep passes, Hightower, Rieger, and Watkins. Yeah, and you know what? Watkins, I mean, oh my God, in that Cardinals game, I was like, wow. I mean, he just outran that whole defense on that 32-yard, what was it, 33 yards on that screen pass. Just fantastic. There's 114 people to chat, guys. You guys haven't hit the like button. Hit the like button for the stream. It really does help a lot. Appreciate it. Guys haven't subscribed to the channel as well. Hit the notification bell. Do appreciate that. Links in the description below to support me more, and obviously to give a click the link below for the new podcast name for me and Philly 500. Put your for that video. Put your comment down there for the new name for the podcast. Do appreciate it for everybody. Logan Montero. So honestly, I like Quez more than Hightower. I just don't trust Hightower. I can see why. AK Eagles, Joe, I feel you people are sleeping on us, even a lot of our town fans, so I could wait for the season going to be good and bad, but moments will be awesome to watch. I think it will be exciting to watch. I will. It will. Eagles have too much ice cream pudding. What? Mr. Underdog said, I wouldn't be too upset if we don't draft a wide receiver because I see so much potential in this receiver group. I know. I think they need to add another body, but I know what you're saying. I think these receivers have so much more ceiling than what we're seeing right now. So I think there's a lot more going for it. I agree, Mr. Underdog. I think that's perfect what you said right there. At least you're not one of them fans that says, oh, our receivers are horrible. But I understand why. We don't have that tone-setting receiver, but that's because these Eagles have been holding all these guys back and putting in those veterans that were coming off injuries. So Bobby, Philly fan, rip DMX, bro. So sad. I know, man. It's been a rough day today. Eagles fan, Doug always give out ice cream and ices. Big T, what's going on, bro? He said, Joey, I don't think Pitts will pass Carolina. In my opinion, if we want him, I think the perfect trade would be a third this year, a third next, and Ertz to move up to 8. Worth it while still keeping next year's first. Yeah, definitely. I think there's a huge chance they could move up. There's already news coming out that Howie's going to be aggressive during this draft, but he's got no excuse. Howie Roseman has no excuse to let up in this draft. He doesn't at all because he's got 11 picks, and this is without Zach Ertz getting traded. So you have a big chance to do some good things. Sorry. Marcus Morrow said, bring back ski and dog mask. History shows we play better when our backs are against the wall and we're underdogs. And the problem is, other than 2020, we had our backs against the walls those couple seasons, and we came out swinging. Last year, we didn't have a resilient team last year. Everything fell apart in 2020. That was pretty much, that was it. You know what I mean? It's unfortunate. Reese Scott, rip DMX. Of course, man. Cassie is tell down. I just want to get this draft done and start the season so we can answer all of these questions. Class outage, my bad. Typo season for Rager with Nick's offense. Super quick throws, lots of screens. Jalen needs to excel in RPO scheme. Definitely. I think the RPO scheme is where they're going to go, obviously. I mean, are we going to see him under center? Probably not, because I think where you get the most out of his skill set is what he's doing in RPO when he's running with the ball by himself, or he's handing it off, or he's faking it to pass to a receiver. So him being mobile is really going to help as well. But hopefully his mechanics, he's been working on his mechanics this year. He's been working with a lot of QB coaches. So we'll see what happens. Steve Moose says, do you think the Eagles are done free agency? I can see maybe one more thing happening, maybe a veteran cornerback, but I think that's really it. I think at the end of the day, that's really it. I think free agency is pretty much done unless they sign a cornerback. He died. All right. Enough with that. Seriously. I just says, yeah, I kind of want the super sim the season like it's Madden and see our record. I mean, you could do that. Could do that when the time comes. Leo, what's going on, man? He said, if we draft Wild Smith in an outside corner, I think we will win the division. I'm glad you guys have more faith. I have faith, but to win the division, it's... I want to be surprised by this team. I really do. We'll see what happens. Hurts reminds me of Cobb. Josh Kramer, I'm so excited for the new season. And hopefully, new look team will be fire. I hope so too. Logan Montero said Eagles should nab Steven Nelson and trade Zach Ertz before the draft. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping they sign Steven Nelson. I think Steven Nelson would be a perfect pickup. He would play great. He's a solid outside cornerback. Obviously with Ertz, it's either he's going to get traded before the draft, during the draft, or they're going to keep him. I honestly think they actually could keep him for $8.5 million. Zach Ertz has already came out and said that he's going to play out his contract wherever he goes. It's like $8.5 million, something like that. Mike Garza said, I need some JC Horn. Pause. The Sports Talk Podcast, Patrick sustain the pod. Patrick Sustain to the Eagles. Patrick Sustain. Vic Klopp's X-Men. We need a right guard to replace Jason Peters. No, we don't. We have Nate Herbig, bro. We got Nate Herbig in there. We don't need a right guard. Clint Moore said it would be a total shame not to keep Hurts after drafting him. That's what I'm saying. It makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. Eagles, I like Packers Surtain, but rather have Horn, but I don't care at this. I don't care either, dude. Like, if we got Surtain, I'd be happy. I wouldn't even care at this point. Eagles, Kevon Wallace was monster in Clemson. He was. Leo says if we draft Wallace Smith and outside corner, I think we win the division. Cassie Saldana says wasn't Kevon Wallace roommate Brian Dawkins' son? He tattooed Eagles on his back before he even got drafted. I think he isn't just talk. Well, I know, but the thing is, he's got to show his play on the field, dude. He's got to show his play on the field. That's definite. I'm hoping. Logan Montero, Darius Washington, Eagles champ. He has potential even on special teams. You saw potential 4-strip punt return versus Rams. Esprit Booth, let's get the likes. Appreciate it, Esprit. Much appreciated. Hold on, I'm just trying to look here. I forgot to add some moderators to this channel, but I will do that soon. Esprit Booth, get the likes. Appreciate Esprit. One of the big supporters of this channel. Mark Schaefer, more from TCU. It's another good late pickup if they could get him. Eagles champ Kevon Wallace hasn't even had a chance. Well, why do you say that Jalen Reagor did? Like, he stinks, but Kevon Wallace played in some games. He played in some games. What's going on with that? You're playing favoritism? You got favoritism on Kevon Wallace and Jalen Reagor? Why is that? What's with that? I lost my spot. Castel Murray will be an all right safety. Kyle Bernarski says Eagles. Hold on, I'm going to go back. Okay, I'm good. Eagles don't draft linebackers in the top 2 rounds. They don't value the. You know what? You never know, bro. You never know. If they like somebody, they'll grab them. I don't care what the past says. I don't care about it. Eagles fan 5599. Yes, to Victor Williams on Twitter. Yes, I have no problem with Victor Williams. I think he's great. His podcast is great. I talked to him a couple times. I think he's got a good show. John Arana says, who would you want to see improve on offense, defense? Offensively, who I want to see improve? Obviously, like Jalen Reagor, I want to see improve badly this year because we drafted him last year. Defensively, I want to see Derek Barnett improve badly. I really do. I think that's one guy that really needs to improve. Otherwise, $10 million. Why didn't they extend him and lower that cap number? I mean, that's ridiculous. I mean, you didn't even have. I mean, they let him make $10 million, but Lane Johnson didn't even get restructured, which I don't even get that at all either. Bergen County legend, perfect. Our Eagles are a disaster. I wouldn't say that, bro. Have some faith. How many years until Roseman is gone? I mean, well, he's got one more year this year, so we'll see what happens. Eagles champ, I want Paris forwarded. Wallace would be amazing. Kevin Timms, do you think all receivers make the 52-man this year? If I'm looking at it, I'm thinking 6 receivers. Probably not all of them, but I think 6 will make it this year. So it's going to be tough. They could keep 6 or 7, depending if we don't have injuries, because injuries messes up your roster as well. Then you got to let go of people and then get people on. Our son 12 says Jalen Hurts needs to start being able to read the offense more. I think he will, dude. I think doing time he will. JJ Arcega-Whiteside won't. HTPPBY. What's good, Joey? What's going on, man? 1988 Eagles fan. Wilson is good. He just missed a lot of tackles. Got to clean that up. Eagles champ. Don't we have Ronnie McLeod coming back? Arnold draft safety. Well, Grayland Arnold is nothing. I don't know what he's gonna. Grayland Arnold. I don't think he's gonna do much. That's just me. Ronnie McLeod is not going to be back till either quarter of the season or at least in the middle of the season. So obviously, Kevon Wallace is going to have a good shot to prove everybody wrong of what he actually could be. Burncast, the whole team will be a joke this year. I'm glad you're so honest. Freddie Liebes said if we could get at least a third for Ertz, we should just keep him. I mean, they're definitely not getting a third or a 4th round pick. If I could see a 5th or a 6th. I mean, that's how bad it is. That's how bad it is right now. Mullins 80 says Reagor may surprise everyone. I hope. Happy by I always get my throat. What's good, Joey? Call me Happy. If you can't tell, I'll call you Happy. All right, sorry. If you can't tell us, I'm typing. All right, Happy. Sorry, I didn't actually. I don't know why I didn't call you that. Nathan Rizzo, please trade back up to the first. Howie has zero excuse. We have enough capital, and we have more than one hole to fill. And this draft is worth doing it in. They have to. I mean, I think they should trade back from the second pick, definitely, to go back to the first round. But that's as far as I'm taking it. Eagles Sam Howie. How Howie Stole Christmas needs to make movie. Donnie says, have you watched any tape on Nick Bolton? I have not. Dark Fam 16, why is the Steelers fan here? I don't know. He better. Jalen Reagor was first day picking round one when you took that guy over Ayuk and Jefferson. Yeah, I understand that. C-Note 22. Yo, man, y'all should call the show Philly Shakes. That's a lot. People have actually said that. Sounds really good, though. Dolan, that being said, I've done a bunch of mock drafts. Horn seems to make the most sense to the players on the board. Each time I did it, Pitts only fell once out of the 12 mocks. Eagles champ, Watkins going to be our future star for us. He should have been taking early. We got Steele. How he was there when we drafted him, still mind-boggling to me. And hopefully he gets another big shot this year. East Ewing says, Smith and Horn, the only two we need to be looking at right now. Jay Koch says, trade a third or fourth to move up in the second. You dig. John Ardana says, I'm just hoping we get to do our EAGLES chant a lot this year. Flybirds, baby. Yeah, I'm hoping so too, bro. I'm hoping. I mean, here are some good things that there might be full capacity this year, so that's a good thing. Your boy Mason says, do you think Eagles place top 10 defense? I'm not sure. I'm hoping they do. I have a good feeling they could, but we'll just have to see. iDrip222 says, I ain't worried about no Steelers haven't beaten us in Philly since 1965. Eagles champ, he needs to throw from pocket. Another RG3. Bergen County legend perfect. Kevin Cobb sucks. Let Kevin Cobb era end. Jamarcus Morrow says, predicting Hurts and Miles will rush over 1,000 yards. Miles definitely. Hurts, I'd rather him throw more than run, but obviously he's going to have to run, but 1,000 yards, I mean, he could. I mean, it could happen, but we'll see what happens. Eduardo Marquez says, Philly Joe podcast. Pause. He said pause. I drew 222. So what we doing at punter and special teams? We have a punter. We signed an Australian punter like a couple months ago. I forgot his name. He's got a weird name. Forgot his name. But we signed a new punter. Kicker. I mean, why haven't we signed a kicker yet? That's what I'm saying. Why haven't we done anything with Jake Elliott? Jamarcus Morrow said, what round do you see us taking a safety? Probably not to the later rounds. At least 4th to 5th round pick, I'd have to say. Big T, my man, start saving now. Me and a ton of my college buddies are going to make a trip to Vegas the weekend. The Birds play the Raiders whenever that is. You and Philly 500 should go. That'd be fantastic. I would love to go. To a game. I mean, that's definite. I would love to work out with some of these vid makers as well and kind of do like a little vlog thing and just go and enjoy ourselves. You know what I mean? Eagles champ said, why haven't Zach Ertz been traded to the Colts? Send him to Carson, the 30th pick. I don't care. Just get him out. We'll get him out sooner or later, or not during the draft. Would you put it past the Eagles to get a kicker third round? No, but I think he would be the worst pick, honestly. Bergang just said, Davion Taylor, I need to see take a leap. They're definitely, Sean Bradley and Davion Taylor are going to have an uphill battle now with Wilson coming in. You got Alex Singleton. So you got Jannard Avery going back to his original position. So you got some uphill battles now with some of these linebackers, which I don't mind. The more that you have there, competition wise, the better it's going to be. Boy Mate says, do you think we could place top 10 defense? I think we can. Sub today says, can't wait for the draft. Neither, bro. Jalen Reagor first round pick, Wallace fourth. So yeah. G Code, what's going on, bro? Red Dragon, how do you feel about our opponents next year? I need to see the schedule first, see how it goes. But I like it. I think it's balanced. I think we have some hard teams. Got some, rebuilding teams that aren't really set with their roster yet. I think it's going to be balanced out with the teams at least. With the schedule, I don't know how it's going to go, but I hope they, Eagles apparently have the easiest schedule in the NFL. I don't know how, but JJ going to the CFL probably won't make the team there either. Eagles have, I don't know, send him to Colts for a bag of chips. iDrip 222, JJ going to Philadelphia Soul. He goes to JJ Whiteside is going to be an unemployed line. Dude sucks. Kid Savage, can't wait for JJ Whiteside to have 111 receptions for 1,500 yards. What's going on, Kid Savage? Shout out to him, one of my good buddies. Ollie Frank, you need to watch Tio Atwell film, third rounder, who I hate to say it reminds me of Tyreek Hill. Really? I got to check that out. Eagles champ, Kid Savage, I'm laugh. Steelers the best. Mutzel, what do you believe is Rager's ceiling as a wide receiver? I mean, honestly, I think he could be used for plenty of things. I think he can be used for the open space type stuff, the deep routes, obviously the go routes. He could be used on those little slant passes. But you need to bring another receiver in here, kind of open a lot more up. I think with Dallas Goedert, and obviously you draft another receiver. I think the ceiling is very high for Jalen Reagor. As much as people don't think it, I think a lot of him, but. Whiteside would have been able to get run open routes like wide receiver can't. Dude's a bust. Bergen County legend perfect. I'm nervous we will retain our undefeated streak against the Jets this year. Yeah, I don't know, man. That's going to be a tough one. It's in MetLife, too, which I don't think it matters, but Bergen County legend says, I hate the geeky New York Giants more than any team in the league. Can we please beat them this year? I'm hoping. Happy said, originally just put letters together, but I just tell people call me Happy. Kiss Hours, it's sarcasm. Eagles champ. The dude can't catch a cold or run from a snail. Luz Cabrera, what's good, man? Eagles champ. A regular punt returner. He another corny Coleman. Steelers the best. I think you said that like 10 times. Luz Cabrera said, what's good, Joey? How you doing, man? iDrip says, give Reagor a chance, just like Wallace. Exactly. Eagles fan says, 220, how he leading the draft has me nervous. Have a feeling he will make an I'm a smarter than everyone pick at 12. Like going defensive end or something like that. That'd be really bad. iDrip 222 at choking. We have 99 people in the chat, guys. Appreciate everybody being here today. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell if you guys haven't. Please hit the like button right now if you have not. Really does help support this channel. Does a lot for the channel, so I'm much appreciated with that. Look at the description below. All the links are down below. Support me. Otherwise, obviously you have the link in the description for the podcast name for me and Philly 500. So go to that video down below and check it out. G-Code says Vegas game is on. Kid says, I'm praying for Devonta Smith to fall to us. iDrip 222, 11-0, then get blown out by the team that you let in the playoffs. Josh Curry says Fletcher Cox needs a big year. I think that's definite. Your boy Mate says, who do you think Eric Wilson will have a good year? I have a feeling about Eric Wilson. I do, because he's proven off of a year, but I mean, to come in 15 games and never really be a starter in the league at 26 years old and do what he did, it's kind of crazy. Danny Lugar said, good night, Joey. Great stream. Appreciate it, man. Danny, have a good night. I'll hopefully see you tomorrow at that first podcast. Will be Philly 500 tomorrow night. Luke Fight says, should the Eagles trade back and get more picks, draft the linebacker? No way. They got to pick at 12 or move up to get their guy. Josh Craven, Amon Ross, St. Brown is a stud. Kids Everett, I hope Hurts the real deal, because if we're not, we're in trouble, guys. Well, we're not in trouble because they can just go get a quarterback next year. I don't think the quarterback class is even better next year, to be honest. But, I mean, they'll have 3 first-round picks next year if that's the case. So it's not like, we have some stability for next year, which is a good thing. Leon B.S. Short says, hi. Eagles win Super Bowl. Nah, I don't think so, bro. Ollie Frank said, how would you grade NFC East teams free agency? Oh, I mean, free agency? Obviously the Giants that had the best free agency. The Giants, I'd say the Cowboys, I'd say the Washington football team, that are kind of neck and neck, and then obviously us are last. So Cowboy dog water. Vinny Chen says, I think we have one more games at MetLife than the Jets. Going to be tough, but we got this. Hope so. Eagles fan 220 says, Cowboy defense is going to give up most points in the NFL this year. I don't think their defense is that bad. I don't think their defense is actually that bad. Mary Alvarado says, you are going to whine the game football. Ishu says, don't think we should trade back up from second because there's so much talent in the draft this year. Just hold our pick for next year and work magic with that next year. Kid Savage, I think their defense is going to shock a lot of people, especially if we get another corner to pair with Slay. And I agree with that, definitely. Watkins did less with the Stabs, did more than TCU. Buster Reagor, dude, isn't going to be a future wide receiver. He'd be that. He is average. If he shows up, I will eat crow. I think all of us are going to be eating crow on Jalen Reagor. Josh Crane, Spencer Rattler looks like a good for next year. Kid Savage says QB drafts is bad next year. Joe, this was the year to snag QB if needed. Yeah, I heard it was pretty bad next year. Tommy Donovan said Eric Wilson, Jordan Hicks 2.0. That's what I'm hoping for. We haven't been able to kind of we'll see what happens. Washington 1, Giants 2. G-Co says Howie Vision. Oh, boy. Ollie Frank, have a bad feeling Giants are going to mess up the draft if we stay at 12. Eagles Champ says free agency grade. Happy says I'm the only one that thinks that we should give Taylor linebacker reps. He's got speed and could stop outside runs. Hopefully, reps would only improve him and techniques. Mario Alvarado, we better be the cat. We better beat the Cowboys. Is that what you're trying to say? Yeah, it's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough year. I'm going to give it another, guys. I'm going to give this stream another like 5 minutes. I didn't want to do anything crazy long today because tomorrow night's going to be, like an hour and a half, probably a little longer. Who knows at this point? But I do appreciate everybody being here today. I know it really wasn't too much of a busy night tonight on stream, so I guess people are probably doing things or whatnot. So, but I do appreciate everybody being here today. Much appreciate to everybody. All right, Frank, so have a bad feeling John's going to mess with the draft. We stay at 12. Hold on. Do you think we take your boy May says, do you think we take a wide receiver at 12? 100%. I think if Waddle and Devontae Smith are on the board, I think you're taking one of those guys. Dynasty, if Cowboy or Giants land Chase or Pitts, I'm going to lose it. Well, Chase is definitely going to be gone. Pitts is the only one we really have to worry about. Your boy Base says, good night, Joey. Yeah, we're going to get out of here soon. Tucker says, Devontae Smith on our team is a must. I could see us going with Barrymore, though. I think we'll drop past Eagle fans. We'll get under his skin. Josh Curry says, have a good night, Joey. Kid Savage, Giants going to go O-line. Dallas is going DB. Could happen. Looks like Cowboys draining Pitts would be okay. I need to upgrade the defense, though. Think it's a mistake. Yeah, I mean, I think on their part it's a mistake, but it's a good future piece because they can move him around as well. So you never know at that point. You know what I mean? Like if Michael Gallup goes in the free agency, which he won't get re-signed by the Cowboys, just say he doesn't get re-signed, they can move Pitts to receiver and then just use one of their tight ends they have on the roster. That's good. You know what I mean? What are your expectations this year for Nick Sirianni? Just to use these players to their strengths and look like a normal offense and, get this pass game going and just, not be a predictable play caller and just be himself as a coach. That's all I'm looking for him, man. I'm not trying to make his job too hard, but, he's got to take a look at this roster. Obviously, he's been watching a lot of tape on all these players we have and see what we got if they get him. U.S. Champ Devontae Smith is not what we need. We have enough speed receiver. We need big wide receiver with size. I don't think it matters. It doesn't matter with the size. I mean, look, I love Kyle Pitts. He's my number one guy, but I mean, it's his size definitely. But when you look at guys like DK Metcalf, of course, like it makes you drool a little bit because you want a guy like that in your team. Kid Savage said if Harris Ball is out, does Philly extend him? I don't even know if that's even going to happen, bro. I don't even know. I do not know. Let's see here. Big D says, will you be doing a call-in on the podcast for 500, the Flock Star? So suggestion for the Birds podcast name. Go to the description below, guys, for the video to put in your podcast names so you're registered. You can win a grand prize if we like it and agree to it. I don't know if it's it's open. I mean, it's on my channel tomorrow, so I don't know if it's open, but I don't know. We're going to see. We're going to find out. We're going to really find out. But I don't know. We're gonna have to talk about that, obviously. We haven't talked if it's... I think it might just be like a me and him type thing, and then obviously we go back to his channel. It'll probably switch up, so... Doc Corleone says, we need either Patrick Surtain or Greg Newsome. Kid Savage says Harris is 6'1". He just has a slim frame. He has amazing route running. Eagles champ, best route runner in the draft, and has hands of gold. Oh, you meant Smith. Okay, when you said Harris, I thought maybe you meant Smith, but I could be wrong. And I think Smith is the better receiver. I don't know. Maybe it's just I like those Tyreek Hill type players and Waddle. That's why I like him so much. But Smith can pinpoint the ball. I he can go behind a defense. I mean, he does so well with his just concentrating on the football with his hands. I mean, just the athleticism he has on getting these passes in traffic. I mean, it's crazy. These catches that he can get. I do like Smith a lot. If we draft him, I think it's going to open up a lot for this offense. Your boy Mason, we trade Ertz in this draft. Right now, it's what it's looking like. That's what it's looking like because time is ticking. Like use him might as well use him as a trade piece at this point. You know what I mean? Might as well use him as a trade piece. So, in fact, Devonta is going to be a Hall of Famer, bro. He's so nasty. I love his game. I do. I really do like his game a lot. So, we'll see what happens. I think he's what is he like 6'1"? I think he's like 6 foot 6'1". You know, everyone's worried about his weight so much, but I'm not really worried about it too much now. Just gonna say, Thunder says, "What do you think about the Detroit Lions?" Honestly, right now, I don't know if Goff is gonna be that guy. I'm not really sure about it. Obviously, with the new head coach and everything, and just adding some new pieces. You know, they've took on. You know, they're getting. Get some draft picks and everything like that to really rebuild. I mean, I love the head coach and his attitude towards the team. So it's really going to be up to Jared Goff. Really, it's really going to be up to him and what he could do in that offense. You know, see if they're going in the right direction. But Luke Fight said, "Who do you think our record will be this year?" I'm hoping we can win like 6-7 games or more. I mean, I want to win more games. Eagles fan would love Smith if we get him, but that means they don't believe in one of these. That's not true. You tell me if they draft a receiver, that means they don't believe in any of the receivers we have on our. That's not true at all, dude. Like you add to it, you're just adding to it. That doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean anything at all, bro. Mario Alvarez, I hope Philippines Eagles get a new receiver. I hope so too. Kid Savage says he's Marvin Harrison. He's the bulk in the league. He won't lose speed either. Don Corleone says, "You've seen Greg Newsome highs?" Yes, I have. I think he's fantastic. I think an excellent second-round pick. Rishi Lair, what's going on, Rishi? What's going on, man? Plow Model says, if you ask non-Eagles fans who the best player on our team is, who would that be? Non-Eagles fans? I don't know. I've seen some guys. I've seen some other fans talk about Miles Sanders. They do like him a lot, but I mean, I don't talk to too many non-Eagles fans or non-fans about football. Really, or it just depends. I don't know. I mean, I really don't get in those discussions with anybody, to be honest. Who do you think going to have the best rookie season between wide receivers? The best rookie season? I think Jamar Chase will be the best. Will be the best receiver. Stat wise, I think it's going to be Jamar Chase, hands down. Sports Talk, Eagles have to play Chargers, Chiefs, Giants, Lions, Cowboys, Panthers, Tom Brady, and Saints. Well, there's more teams than that, dude. 53 says we have to take a wide receiver tight in the first because there will be a lot of good cornerbacks in the second round. That's what I'm saying. They say Cox. I'm sorry, but maybe he's good, but he's not playing that well right now. Thunder says, I think the Lions are going to take Devontae Smith. What do you think about this? I think they take Micah Parsons. That's just me, though. I've seen the Lions linked to Parsons so much every single week. Big T, you and Philly 500 should do a first-round mock where you can take turns picking each team's first-round pick without playing favorites for the birds to see how the board could fall. That's actually a good idea. That's actually a really good idea. RTX Sheridan says, who do you think the best wide receiver right now on the Eagles? The best receiver on the Eagles right now? I mean, I'd probably have to go with Travis Fulgham right now. That's just me. I think Travis Fulgham's our best guy right now, as being like a consistent receiver on a weekly basis in a scheme. I think Fulgham is the guy. It could be Fulgham. It could be Greg Ward. People are saying Rishi Lair says Greg Ward. I think Greg Ward is good too. I think you're going to get more yards out of. I think you're going to get more yards out of Fulgham. Don says, think we drafting a running back, and who if we do? A running back? I don't want any running back, bro. And if it's going to be a running back, it's going to be Najee Harris, and that's the only running back I would want if that was the case. Rishi says, when Philly 500 Joey go live in the same day. I know, dude. I'm really happy about it. Lions would go Pitts and waste his career if he fails. If he falls, the Sports Talk says, do a mock draft. I already have a couple mock drafts already ready. I haven't put them out yet, so I have a few of them that I'm putting out. to Greg Ward. Is the best receiver in my opinion. Consistent hands, definite. Hunter says, "Nah, bro, they're not. They will not waste his career. The GM is good. The head coach is good." Russian Nation says, "You think we will get the first rounder from the Colts next year?" I think there's a good chance, unless if Carson has a healthy season. Yeah, he's good. We're fine on getting that first round pick. If they bench him, that's a whole different story. But I don't think they'll bench him. It's like they're going to put him back in the same Philadelphia situation. If they bench Carson Wentz, I don't know if that's even going to happen, man. I don't know if that's going to happen. Eric Salinas says, podcast name Shaking the Dingbat. So, all right. I like it. Yeah, I do like it. So, obviously, hit the like button if you guys have not liked this stream. If you guys haven't before I leave, I'm going to head out now. It's already been like an hour, 30 minutes. I got another long stream tomorrow, Philly 500, so we got some things going on tomorrow, which is really exciting. On this channel, obviously, a lot of exciting things happening. So, much love to everybody. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button if you guys have not before you leave the stream today. Much appreciated from you guys. And, yeah, I'm pretty excited about tomorrow for the stream. Collab's the first collab, not first collab stream, but the first podcast stream with no name as far as right now. So if you guys haven't, check the links down below to support me more if you guys want. Check the link down below for the video to enter and register into the pod name sweepstakes, which pretty much go to that video, click that link, comment on a name. You can comment a million times and just come up with as many names as you possibly want. For our podcast, and in 2 weeks we will announce a winner, and the winner will get a prize. So we are really excited about it going into this whole thing, and I'm Philly 500 has my respect, and just love live stream with him. It's one of the best things to do. A lot of fun, a lot of laughs. So all right, guys. Other than that, guys, I will see you guys later. Hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. I will see you tomorrow night if you guys want to join up. So other than that, guys, that's it. I'll see you guys later. Shakes go up, fly. Peace out, guys. Peace.